know someone named Morton Govertson. That could be his brother. That's how similar they look. So anyway, this guy prides himself on having like Porsches from 1980. And it's like, did you ever grow up? Because that's a 1980 model. And nobody cares about Porsches any longer unless you have like the family kind where you have actual kids, not fake ones who belong to someone else who you claim as kids. They actually made like a family model. It's like, I call them the unsexy Porsches. I used to, like 7, 8, 9, 10 years ago when I had to identify everything on the street. So anyway, it's already a day. We can tell already. Glad we came out super early. I don't know what's going on unless it's like they prep 10 days in advance for the Super Bowl. Hey, how many people actually work there? Left it on green for Eagles. Right. That's how retarded the city will be. They'll just like, you know. And of course they're advertising betting and stuff like that. Like in this day and age, come on people. There's like 3 people who can hear and know the answers to everything already who actually survive at betting. Ever notice that on TV when they put that big rollers on? And they have enough money to be able to play back and forth. You lose some, you win some. No one, it's like, great, it's like law. You have to have money to use that system unless you're in a terrible accident and someone comes to you. Otherwise, it's a game for rich people. It's like a gamble. Pink on top of the residence, or not the residence, really the office side. Whatever it's called, the shops at Liberty Place. And she's in pink, this lady here, pink frosted hair and a pink coat. And it means absolutely nothing. How about that? What if the city pumped out fake intel just to keep people busy on the streets? And all these people are wasting their time when they could be doing other things. All right. I'm wondering what they're going to do with the other sign. They try to put it through. So there are rings of people who do things on purpose so that you could wear clothing to match whatever they do up here on shops at Liberty Place. I don't know like how they live every day, like how they pay their bills, but rings find money in different ways and they live in totally different ways, and there's so many houses on the market that you can either get for cheap or through, either through the government or, foreclosures and stuff like that, and then you can pick it up for a lot cheaper. And anyway, I don't know how people are housed any longer. I grew up the standard boring way, very, you're supposed to go to school, and I had to go to school. I was the runt who was left behind. I had to catch up to all the parochial and private school people who already knew how to take a test, because they actually train people how to take tests. They didn't do that in public school. So they train people what to look for, and lo and behold, every university still formats their tests the same exact way. So I guess if you have to pay for private and parochial, they better make sure you're able to pass the tests and stuff. If you're in public school, you could pay for a class that helps you recognize that, and it takes away the anxiety of test taking, Like it shows you, you know, you would learn what the test looks like, what it's like to be timed, you know, what it's like to be amongst all these other people. I don't know, do they still do digital, or they should do old school? Digital is too questionable because I have things happen on my laptop all the time. Get him. I have things happen on my laptop all the time. And it's like, it keeps undoing something that I checked, like say a like button. It's like it popped undone. What if it does that to people on the test? So they should still have written normal tests where you know, writing portion and or, you know, everything by hand, not a multiple choice question. So anyway, so I'm sure people have tried it to see what happens. They're supposed to be heavily encrypted and secured to make sure nothing goes wrong, but it's too hard for something to go wrong. You could click something and it goes on the next question. You're like, I think I hit the wrong button. And did I just, my finger jumped and I hit, you know, it's too much. It's better to be able to have an eraser, a pencil, you know, to go back and recheck your work and recheck your work. That's how life really is. Life is about rechecking, fact checking, double checking, you know, before anything is cemented in stone, you know.